Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to my review of PSI or PSI, the sixth studio album by the industrial metal band Pitchshifter. Today we are celebrating the 20th anniversary and I was so stoked to revisit it because I haven't heard it in years and I've spent the entire day listening to it and I had a blast. This is probably the most nu metal album from the band. And also it features my favorite lineup. I love Jim Davis and his riffs here. You might know him from the Prodigy band because he contributed a lot of riffs to their third album, The Fat of the Land, which everybody knows because it's a classic. I first heard this band back when I was little. I was probably 4, so 2001, maybe 2002. It was because of the movie Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is atrocious, but it has amazing soundtrack, and in the movie you can hear their song Genius, and it's my favorite song of Pitchshifter, and that was my first time hearing the band, and I've been a big fan since then. So that's my story. Now, without further ado, let's get on with our review. When it comes to the production, the whole album sounds tight and great. It sounds very modern, even to this day. It has that industrial feel. The guitars are punchy, the bass shines through, the vocals are mixed well. I really enjoy it. The message is diverse. As usual, we have some personal stuff here, but also social commentary. Pitchshifter vocalist really doesn't like the government, and you can always hear that in some of the songs. The album has 12 songs, but there's also a hidden track called Trancer. Last 2 songs I've added there are from the singles, the Shutdown single. The version 1 of the single has the demo Leave Us Alone, and the second version has the demo Scorched. I've included them here. They're not going to impact the final score, but I also want to say some things about them. The structure for all of these songs is pretty basic: verse, chorus, breakdown or bridge and chorus. Sometimes it's slightly different, but it doesn't get any more advanced or technical than that here. Instruments are mostly amazing, as you can see, and the vocals are great throughout the entire record. I cannot say anything bad about them. The opener, Stop Talking So Loud, is an amazing track. I really like its vibe. It reminds me of the band Head Planet Earth, the verses, but the chorus is more Faith No More-ish, I could say. It reminds me of Digging the Grave from Faith No More. I really enjoy this song. 8 Days. This song is probably one of the weakest on the album, but it's still interesting. I would not skip it. I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. My Kind is the first banger of the record. It's really fast and interesting. Lots of energy went into it. I love this song. Misdirection. This track is kinda average. It's similar to 8 Days, but it's slightly better. Down is probably one of my all-time favorite Pitchshifter songs. It's heavy, it's fast, it has amazing hook and chorus. You just want to sing it with the vocalist. I adore this track. 11 out of 10. Shutdown is one of the singles, probably the most recognizable song from the record. It's not bad, it's also not great. It's just a good song, has a really nice chorus. The verses are slightly lacking, but the chorus makes up for it. Whatever. This song is again a giant ball of energy, very straight to the point. 10 out of 10 easily. Screenshot. This song is diverse, it has a very slow verses and interesting and fast chorus. I dig it. I wouldn't skip this one. 8 out of 10. We Know is another banger, great chorus. I just love how good the choruses are on this record. The only chorus that was a little bit lacking was in the 8 Days and Misdirection, but the rest, perfect. We Know is 9 out of 10. Super Clean is another perfect song for me. very similar to My Kind. It has amazing vibe, fast, energetic. What can I say? I could say this about almost every song on this record. I'm just repeating myself over and over again because it's just that good. 10 out of 10. Slip is probably the most mainstream song on this record. It's really energetic and has that hard rock vibe, but the chorus, as usual, is perfect. I enjoy this track. 8 out of 10. Shenandoah, or however you pronounce it, is the album closing track. It has amazing atmospheric verses, punchy heavy chorus. The only thing that I think is a flaw here is that it's a little bit too much repetitive. If it had less of them, I would give it 10 out of 10, but because of that, it's a 9 out of 10 song. So yeah, that's the end of the official track list. Now we have Trancer, which is a hidden song. You have to wait 5 minutes before it starts. It's for sure the weakest song on the record. I guess that's the reason why it's a hidden song. It's a small little treat for the fans. Now we have the 2 demos. Leave Us Alone. This song is probably the first version of Shenandoah, or Shenandoah was built on the foundation of Leave Us Alone, because it sounds very similar, especially the verses. I really enjoy it. Both of these demos are available on YouTube, so you can go and check them out and compare by yourself. And the second demo, Scorched, I think it's the first version of Stop Talking. They have very similar instrumentals. The choruses are different. It's an interesting listen for sure. Check it out. I've really enjoyed it. 8 out of 10 as well. The consistency of the album is stable. There are no weak songs here. Flow is fitting. You're not going to skip anything because it just flows so well. Replayability, for sure. I'm going to spin this album a lot. It's really fun record. I would give it an excellent score. This is a great album to finish your career on because it doesn't have any weak points. No one is going to make fun of it. It's been 20 years since this stuff was released and it still sounds fresh to this day. I would play Need for Speed Underground and put this album in the background because it would fit perfectly. I love this stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope that maybe we're going to see new music from Pitchshifter someday. From what I've heard, they were recording a new album in 2009, but it was scrapped or something. That's a bummer, but maybe they will someday return. From what I've known, they are releasing some compilations on Bandcamp and they are still active playing live shows. So who knows, maybe we're going to see some new Pitchshifter music in the future. I would hope so. If you've enjoyed the review, like and subscribe. Write down in the comments what you think about this album. Do you have good memories with it? Or maybe you didn't enjoy it? I would love to hear from you. See you next time. Bye!